Wednesday, Communication Media. We must awaken to the fact that once again, our media and broadcasters reflect our own collective prurient interests and magnify them so that we can see their effect on our own psyches and the world we live in, catering to our desire to know as much as possible about our public figures, those we love and those we hate. They burrow into the private lives of our superstars and government officials and parade our worst fears back to us in 4-inch headlines under the cover of the public's right to know. They chase public figures through dark underpasses and take the $1 million picture of a dying woman under the guise of investigative journalism. They ignore and violate the human rights of their targets in their never-ending need to be the first to break the news. As a result, we need to awaken to the fact that our news is broken, biased, slanted, and often not even true. If they find nothing salacious enough to print and broadcast, they make it up to keep us on the edge of our seats, following their every word, pacified and apathetic to the many things in the world around us that should be receiving the majority of our attention. If we don't buy it, they can't sell it and make their all-important profit. We must awaken to the fact that we have the power to re-educate our media and broadcasters simply by not buying their garbage. We have the power to speak out against checkbook journalism with our checkbooks. Most importantly, we have the power to investigate for ourselves and allow our truth to be felt within our own hearts. And we have the power, with the technology available to us, to be the change we want to see take hold in our world. Just because you read it in a magazine or see it on a TV screen, don't make it factual. To read it sanctifies it. We have a choice. We can continue to allow our media to tell us what we want to read, or we can tell it that we want truth. We're tired of lies. As the above quotes from his music indicate, Michael Jackson was not shy when voicing his dissatisfaction with our media. He bore the brunt of rampant media speculation for over half of his 50 years on this planet. They gotta hear it from me. They gotta hear it from you. They gotta hear it from us. We can't take it. We've already had enough. While one copy remaining on the checkout lane may not bring them down overnight, we do have a voice. One voice multiplied by 1,000,000 can make a lot of noise. There's nothing that can't be done if we raise our voice as one. We are not powerless. We are just sleeping. We need to awaken and remember who we are and that we deserve better from our publishers and broadcasters, our movie directors, and our television news anchors. Imagine, if you will, that the media has been invited to cover the historic meeting taking place in the rotunda around the huge round table introduced in the 2 previous meditations. They enter the room quietly, setting up their cameras to record everything that happens during the meeting about to get underway accurately and with no editorial comment. News anchors hold their microphones, cameramen position their cameras to get the best possible angle of all of those seated around the table. Representatives from major publishing corporations enter and take their seats around the table in full and conscious awareness that they are here to serve the greater good of all humanity, those seated around the table, as well as those at home. Truthful, honest, unbiased reports begin to flow out of the room to be disseminated throughout the world.